What up? It's Jimmy. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show starring Maxwell Smart. Hit the link. Check out our show. We move on. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Southern Illinois Salukis 5-0, 1-0 on the road at Butler Bulldogs 5-0. Oh, excuse me. I have that written twice. Let me double check exactly. I think I might have repeated the records there, but Southern Illinois Salukis are 5-0 and 1-0 on the road. Hinkle Fieldhouse, Indianapolis, Indiana. And Max has made money off of this Southern Illinois Saluki team. They're now 8.5-point dogs at Butler. Oh. And this total at 132.5. Southern Illinois rolling. Coming off sweeping a home back-to-back over North Dakota, winning each comfortably by double digits, outscoring their opponents by 17.2 points per game, hitting 49.6% from the field, getting excellent distribution with 17 assists per game, led by a couple of sophomores. Guard Ben Harvey scoring 16 points per game, grabbing 6.4 rebounds a game, hitting 53.8% from three. And forward Marcus Damask scoring 16 points, 5.2 boards, 3.6 assists. Southern Illinois is committed to turnover on just 16.7% of its possessions this season, lowest rank amongst all MVC teams. The Salukis have turned the ball over 12 times per game this season. And we get to Butler. They opened their season with a 66-62 win at home over Western Michigan, then have to shut down due to positive COVID tests, multiple positive COVID tests. After 3 weeks off, they came back and lost 85-66 at Villanova, 68-60 at home to Indiana. Butler's led by two senior guards that average a combined 35.2 points per game in Jared Bolden and Aaron Thompson. Very interesting spot here, Max. Southern Illinois, Butler. Take it away.
Yeah, Jim. With the Southern Illinois team, I have a really good, I guess you'd call it a visual perspective of how they play. Bryce Mullins, the coach for Southern Illinois, has done a really good job of preparing this team and getting this team mentally ready. I watch a lot of coaches' interviews. You get a lot of good tidbits of information of where they're frustrated and where they're not. And what you see from from Coach Mullins is that he's very confident in his team's ability. He's very confident in a lot of guys on his roster to come in and contribute productive minutes. Obviously, with this team, I have to shout out a fellow Canadian, big man Kyle Filowich. He's done a fantastic job so far this season, coming on in a reserve role, averaging 5 and 5. I think that he's going to be able to play a big factor in this game. He does a good job of getting down low and set up so that it's really a dribble and a turn and shoot type business. And against Butler's front court of Bryce Nees and Bryce Golden, you're going to have problems, so you're going to definitely have to get your big men involved, keep them out of foul trouble. And this is a guy that is strong enough. He's going to be on the same size level and mobility level that Golden and Nees are. And I think that's going to be a major determining factor of how Southern Illinois steps up to this level of competition, this strength, and this size. It's going to be interesting to see. I am sad to hear that the line has already moved the point against what I've already bet and what I want to give out of the show, but this is a Southern Illinois team that I hope that can punch above its weight. They can score the basketball flat out, whether it be a guy like Dalton Banks going right into the trees with no remorse or fear and being able to convert. The fact that everybody on this team hits above 75% of the free throw line, that's going to be at the free throw line. You have multiple deadly three-point shooters, whether it be the corners or the top of the circle, and the ball movement is fantastic. It's crisp, it's quick, it's efficient, and it's effective, and it gets guys open looks at the rim. I think that with the Southern Illinois team, can they lock down on the three-point line and chase Jair Bolden out? The issue for Butler definitely is you just had a game against Indiana, highly emotional game, a game that you were winning, and you did not make good enough halftime adjustments and ended up losing the game by almost double digits. My other issue with Butler is Aaron Thompson going to play in this game? I'm assuming that he's not and capped it that way. So if he's not going to play, Southern Illinois, if they can play 40 minutes, they can stay in this game with them. They hit their free throws, they share the ball, they do a better job of winning the turnover battle. And with Butler, like I said, this team has come out at a halftime already a few times this year and have just not made the necessary adjustments to win the game. I think that with this team, their 3-point defense is at 40%, 45%, and that is something that is just atrocious. It's one of the worst in the nations. They're terrible in the free throw line, where it's only about 59%. And their only advantage really is to just bully Southern Illinois inside, get on the offensive glass, and get to the free throw line. In this number range, it doesn't make sense to take Butler, even at home, even coming off the Indiana loss. I got to look at Southern Illinois full game, plain and simple.
Well, Resorts Casino will give you a +9 at -111, but then I believe Circa beats that, and so does Bet365 at +9 at -110.
Sign me up, bud.
+9 at -110. And I've been dealing with the severe lack of sleep and not seeing things as clearly as I would like to. And we're talking about the Circa Sportsbook, and they're legal in Nevada, they're legal in Colorado. I've got the Colorado one up, and so I could actually, and I don't mean to have to go back, but if you wanted, you have Tennessee -22.5 at -105. You could have Tennessee -22 at -110.
I'll take the 22 -110.
Okay, let's just make sure that you have it tough enough having to only using the legal license book. So let's be sure to get you the best line, and that was my fault. So, but back to the Southern Illinois Salukis. This cap makes a ton of sense. Do we know why Aaron Thompson missed the last game? Because I did see that he'd only played 2 games this year.
Yeah,
Butler, the team had played 3.
I thought it was a leg injury. I'd have to double check, but when I looked at the game and then I read the game notes, my impression was that he wasn't going to play. But like we've seen over and over again throughout the years in college basketball, it really is important to keep your ear to the ground for information on that. And if you're like me, you harass student managers to find out the info.
I like this look a lot. Southern Illinois, a strong team. And you have to imagine that Ben Harvey and Marcus Damask are going to be there again next year. This is just a team on the rise. This makes a ton of sense.